My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are going to do a what do they want to tell you reading, and it's going to be like a mixed divination reading. I'll pull some oracle cards, I'll do some story tubes, and then we'll finish off with some Scrabble tiles because you can get messages from anywhere and anything. And then we'll basically use the same format for the karmic relationship in the extended if you're interested in that. So let us begin, and we're going to begin with the story cubes. Now, guys, this story cube, it makes a lot of noise. So you can turn down your mic. I won't shake it for long, okay? All right. So let's find out, what does your person want to tell you right now? So I read the story cubes in the order they appear. So we have um, cut cutlery, okay? We have a gift. And you can tell me down below what story you're getting, because you're going to get a different story to me as well. We have, like, I'm not even sure if these people are dancing or fighting, so you can tell me that too. We got this lightning strike. We have a shooting star, make a wish. We have ABC. ABC. We have a key. We've got a pirate, an unhappy pirate. Plunder and pillage. And then we have an airplane. What am I getting? What's the story I'm getting? Okay, what do they want to tell you? Let's say that. What do they want to tell you? Well, it looks like somebody wants to apologize. It's either an apology or there's some sort of courtship that they want to do, because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like literally somebody wants to invite you to dinner and dancing. And well, it came out that way: dinner, dancing, and there's a gift. Maybe the gift will be flowers or whatever it is, and they think that you guys are going to have this, like, dynamite time. That's what I'm getting. The first lineup is like run straight through. And what this person is hoping through this activity is that they can reignite the spark in the relationship, because they're not feeling the spark at the moment. Okay, then you're not sparking with them, they're not sparking with you, and they're not feeling the love, right? So this is them wanting to rekindle this relationship. Maybe you guys have been at a distance from each other. I see the plane here, and maybe they know that they've been an asshole. Maybe they've been a pirate, right? Maybe they were transgressing your boundaries or whatever it is. They may know that they are the villain in your story. I don't know. But this is someone that definitely wants to kiss and wake up. In fact, it's their greatest wish. We have the shooting star there. This is somebody who wants to start from scratch, from the foundation, ABC. Like the foundational blocks to your relationship. This is what they want to, like, address, build over, like resurrect. Okay. And they think that starting from scratch is the key to, again, as I said, reigniting this relationship, because they think that this relationship is dead. And they don't blame you, okay? They're taking accountability, right? They know that they weren't their best self. Look at the pirate here, okay? Um, and it feels like, they just extracted everything from this relationship. That's what they're acknowledging, that they extracted everything from this relationship and just never gave anything back. It's like was a plunder and pillage exercise. Whatever resources they could have extracted from you, they did that, and they left you empty. So this is somebody that understands why for some of you, you had to leave, you had to go, because they were not a safe space for you. They were not a safe space for you. Okay. They were the ops, right? They were your ops, right? Some of you guys were sleeping with the enemy. Now, if this person was very abusive and hurtful, don't go back there, Okay? Don't go back there until you have proof that they've been to therapy, that they've been working on themselves, that kind of thing. You have to see that kind of tangible proof, and then also look at how are the other relationships in their life working out, right? Because that's how you can always judge when a person has really done the deep change, because it ripples out into their other relationships, into their workspace, into their communities. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. So if they are coming back and they are saying that they have changed, you know, look for the proof. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, right? Look for the proof. Look at the fruit. Look at what they are creating, right? Look at the relationships they are creating. One, what they're creating in those relationships. And, if they have children, look at their children, how their children interact with them. How they if they have children, a baby mama, or baby daddy, whatever it is. See what their relationship is like with that person, right? All these are fruits that you can look at to determine whether someone has really done the work. But look at their home. Everything around the person, even the clothes that they wear, is screaming something about them. So if you go back to their space and it's exactly as you remember it, they haven't done it. They haven't changed. They haven't changed. You're going to see the changes. You're going to see the changes. It's going to be there for you to examine. All I'm saying is examine the evidence, right? Before you make a determination, examine the evidence, because there is going to be proof for you to examine. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards and let's see what they want you to know. And so that's them basically. I have a feeling it's wrong. Okay. That's them basically wanting to make a comeback. This is them wanting to court you. They might be asking for divine intervention with this making a wish. They might ask for divine intervention in this quest. Okay. But they're dreaming about dinner and dancing. Not a bad proposition if they have changed. Okay, not a bad proposition if they have changed. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else do they want you to know? We have slow and steady, right? They don't want to scare you off because, and giving me the image, of a rabbit, right? It's standing in the clearing, and this rabbit doesn't know whether the other animal approaching is friend or foe. So they see as a rabbit, and they know that you, I won't say you don't trust them, but you don't trust them fully, right? And maybe you have a good reason to. So they see you as a scared rabbit, and they're going to take your time and convince you that they have good intentions, right? So they're not going to rush you. They're not going to pressure you, and if they are, you just get out of there, right? So they're not going to rush you, not going to pressure you, because they really want to, as I said, like rebuild this relationship from the ground up. So anytime you see them rushing or they're getting frustrated with you, remember, they have not changed. Okay. The proof is always there. Turn your discernment on. Everybody has it. Yeah, they got regrets. We see that. I told you, they see themselves as the villain in your story, right? So they regret how they treated you. They might have they might regret the kind of situation that they put you in. They might have regret the things that they said, things that they did, right? So this is where they're at. This is where they're at. So this is them, like, begging the universe for a second chance, another opportunity, right? They're heartbroken because they had love. They had love in the palm of their hand. And instead of just leaving it there, supporting it, holding it, allowing it to do its thing, they crushed it. So, they are heartbroken. And if it is that they've really changed and they've really matured, they could be beating themselves up because sometimes when you look back on your old self, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? What was I thinking? Why would I do that? Was I crazy? Sometimes you look back on your younger self, and you have to have compassion. Obviously, you using the tools that you have, and you're operating out of your wounding, your trauma, what you've been modeled. Why the hell did I do that? Why did I treat them that way? Why did I treat myself that way? And this is where they are. What else do they want you to know? Besides, they have regrets and they're heartbroken. We have temptation. Okay, so I do think they're very tempted by you. I think, this person has tried to run from this connection in so many different ways, maybe given into their own temptations, their own vices, their addictions, maybe even other people, toxic relationships around them, that kind of thing. I think they may have tried to put a lot of distance between you guys, when you guys were interacting or when you guys were together. But at the end of the day, like all roads lead back to you, whether they took the scenic route or as the crow flies, all roads lead back to you, right? All roads lead back to you. And a lot of them regret breaking your heart through. For some of them, they may have gone with other people, that kind of thing. So they regret that. They know that they caused a lot of chaos in this relationship. And when you're chaotic inside, you can only manufacture chaos on the outside of yourself. And that's what I was telling you. Look at everything around them and all the people around them. And if you're seeing the same chaos energy, trust me, they have not changed. They have not changed. When you change on the inside, you're not going to attract that same chaos energy from before. So if you go back and say it's the same BS, they have not changed, right? Yeah, I think this person, I think they were not at peace. We just talked about the chaos energy. They were not at peace. And your stability may have made them feel unsafe. I know it's a weird thing to say and very paradoxical thing to say. But when someone is not at peace, someone who is at peace is going to seem suspect. When you're accustomed to drama, peace will seem suspect. Peace will seem like, the calm before the storm, and they'll be on edge waiting for the next shoe to drop. So that's where they are. I think right now, maybe they might be keeping themselves busy with work, right? But I don't think they're being successful with getting rid of you, getting thoughts of you out of their mind. I think their mind keeps returning to you because they feel like it's unfinished business. It's unfinished business for them. So when they come back, it feels like, it's either going to be you guys rebuilding or it's going to be closure, right? But right now they have neither, and they're there in this sort of, limbo, I suppose. Okay, let's get some Scrabble tiles. So when they come out, these letters are meant to be in the first name of your person and you can take that as a saying or a special message. It's not to say the message didn't pertain to you, but maybe extra special, extra confirmation that these are one of the letters in your person's first name. Okay, and then you can tell me as well what other words you come up with, and when I pull out the tiles, because I know some of you guys are Scrabble buffs. I used to be. I don't know if maybe I've lost my edge. You could tell me what other words came out for you, and how you think it fits in to the general message that was coming out. Okay, so the first letter is going to be an F, and maybe your person was a fuckboy, and if you had to give them a grade for how they were as a partner, maybe it is going to be an F. We have an H coming out. We have a Z. Some really randoms. We have a U. So, maybe as I was reading, some of you were like, like fuck them, fuck you, right? Maybe that's going to be your response when they come through. Maybe that's going to be your response, and maybe for some of you guys, they deserve it. We have an O. Maybe you tell them fuck off. I don't know. We have a K. And let's get one more. And we have a T here. Right? So I think right now, maybe, well, not maybe. I mean, that's been the message. You have this person really hot and bothered. And maybe the only thing that they could think of like night and day, is fucking you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But for some of you guys are definitely going to tell this person off. Okay, that you're going to tell this person off because you couldn't give a rat's behind about this person, and maybe you have very good reason for that. Maybe this person slut shamed you, right? Maybe they called you out of your name, that kind of thing. But maybe they were just projecting on because maybe the real, you know, promiscuous one might have been them. That kind of thing. Um, it could be that it's been, yeah, no, that's not the spelling, guys, but it seems like it's been very tough for them to like navigate life without you, and also to think about the possibility of you not being in their life permanently when you guys do have this talk, you rejecting them, right? So it's been tough for them to think about that, and they have to think about that because that might just be one of the outcomes. um anyway, you guys can tell me what other ones you got. Thou. Well, maybe they are thinking about you. Well, definitely, they definitely are thinking about you. That's the only thing that they can think of, right? So you tell me what other letters you got, and how it may have pertained to the reading. Let's get some last bit of advice from Spirit. And then when we go to the extended, we'll use the same format for the karmic energy. And then we're going to ask Spirit what's going to be your person's next move towards you within a month of you watching this reading. Okay. Also, I wanted you guys to know. Oh my, I didn't take off. I thought I put that on silent. I wanted you guys to know that from October, I am going to be teaching the Meet Your Guides course, which is a course that's a prerequisite to learn spirit release therapy and psychic surgery. My sis Lily Rose, her in-laws, they've been going through a tough time, so she has a lot on her hands. And Charlotte has taken a little bit of a pause. So I'll be teaching the Meet Your Guides course. So I'll put information on that below. So if you want to get in touch with your guides, especially if you're thinking about any kind of, spiritual entrepreneurship, just to get another stream of income coming and you want to connect with your spirit team, that's what we're going to be looking at. We're also going to be looking at psychic protection, how you protect yourself, protect your home, protect your garden, that kind of thing, how you can clear with the pendulum. So that's just some of the modules. It's going to be 4 separate days. And yeah, so that's going to be the foundation for any kind of spiritual work that you want to do, So it's an intro to mediumship and psychic protection. So it's called Meet Your Guides, an intro to mediumship and psychic protection. Anyways, we've got the cat, the black jaguar, an old soul. Okay, so some of you guys are old soul, come with so many gifts that you've not unlocked. It says, walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dream. So if you've had some sort of goal in mind and it seems like that goal is so far out of your reach. You don't even know how you're going to get there. Spirit say trust, because you have the gifts, you have the talent, you have the know-how within you, not just even from this life, from past lives, to get to let this shit happen. Okay, so you just have to tap into your own inner strength, your own inner power, because Spirit saying you have it. You have it, right? Don't worry, you have it. Okay, all right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. If you want to learn what they want to tell you about the karmic relationship, join me next Sunday. Otherwise, guys, thank you for everything, for being here with me. I know for some of you, it's been very difficult having, been laid off, and, money can be kind of tight, that kind of thing, and so many different imperatives facing you, and so much discord in the world, like generally it can be heavy sometimes. So for you to take time out and join us in this community, and still support me and like the video and share, interact with the others, it's all amazing. I thank you for that. Take care.